The fool, somebody say the fool, has said in his heart, there is no God. This is Psalms 14:1. They are corrupt. They have done abominable works. There is none who does good. And you may be seated in the presence of the Lord. The fool said in his heart, there is no God. The fool. Turn to your neighbor and ask him, are you a fool? Some of y'all wanted to ask them that long time. But I give you the moment, because that's one of the strongest I ever see people respond. You always wanted to ask them that, but I'm glad they asked you that too. Are you a fool? The fool said in his heart, there is no God. How is it that we could look all around? Is it okay if I talk to you all today? That's how I feel. I just had the flu. It's okay if I am recovering, so I don't talk to you all today. Y'all ain't gonna kill me softly. The devil is a liar. How is it that people can believe that there is no God? And you have atheists and skeptics, and they're talking, they're saying, there is no God. How can there be a God? There ain't no God. Well, you need to ask them, I know me. I don't know about you. But Brother Joe, only a God could have made me. Only a God can make this. Ain't no ape. Ain't no monkey. Ain't no Big Bang. See, some of y'all can't get with that because you ain't that proud of yourself. You ain't becoming arrogant. You just been made in the image and the likeness of God. And it's how you see God is how you're going to see yourself. How do you see yourself? How do you see God? When you see God, then you're going to see yourself. Well, the skeptics and the atheists, they have this thing. They said there is no God. You know, and they fighting for that constantly, saying they're fighting. There can't be no God. Their theory is all of the universes that only came about because of the Great Bang. There was a big boom bang, and out of that bang, all the Jupiter and all of Mercury and the Earth and the universe, all of these came about because something just came about, explode, and there was a vast and large energy of light, and then all of a sudden everything came about and was settled in the universe that we can't even see, that we don't even know about, because of a big explosion of light came about. A large amount of energy came together, and out of that came the beginning. And out of that came humans, out of that came animals, out of that came everything we can see, feel, or touch. How dumb can you be? And the thing about it is, most of these people been to at least about 5 universities, and they're still up to this day studying foolishness, because that's what I call it. Right up to now, and these persons have spent so much money trying to say that there ain't no God. Let me share something with you today. Most atheists that were converted, and most of those of them will be converted, one of the things they realize is simply this. The reason why they for a long time been saying there ain't no God, they found out in the end was simply because of, it ain't that they didn't really believe that there ain't no God. They were all confused because of what was seeking them or running after them. The presence of God was running after them, and one of the ways of denying the presence or not coming to God was not to say there was a God. But how many know that if God stay with you long enough, you gonna rule God, or God gonna rule you? And most of the time God gonna rule you. Amen. And so that's what happened in the lives of many atheists. They were running away from what been calling them. And because of God calling them, then them continuing running, they saying there ain't no God. But in the end, God still took over their lives. So their theory is that the world came into existence because of the great big bang. Y'all believe in the bang? Do y'all believe in the bang? Y'all still to church? Please come to church now. Do y'all believe in the big bang? I don't think so. Well, one of the next theory about the atheists is simply this. Well, everything that came about for a cause or from a cause, or as have an origin or the beginning of something. Amen. And so their thing is simply this: if everything came about because of something, do y'all believe that something can come out of nothing? No. I want you to really look at the theory of the thing, or the theory of life, or mindset, or how they look at things. No. Something can't come out of nothing. Something got to come out of something. Something got to come out of something. So therefore, Brother Joe, if something got to come out of something in order to exist, then God, Brother Carson, came out of something, and that made God not God, because God came from something. And so God means absolute truth, absolute. God is everything, and everything that exists come from God. When you're going to call someone or something God. And so the theory of man is simply this: if God came about, God got here because he came from something. So therefore, if God came from something, then he is not God, and there is no God. Y'all still believing in God? You're still, after I told you all of that? Why y'all still believing in God? And if God is God, then God got to come here and not put him here. But then if God exists according to the theory of man, something came out of something. Do you believe something got to come out of something? Something can't come, nothing, listen, something cannot come out of nothing. Something got to come from something. That's the theory of scientists. And in order for any one of us to be here today, we are here today because of someone. And somebody who was way before us came here because of someone else. But can I ask you something? The color of these chairs are red. Could you see red? You can see red, right? Don't be scared. You could see red, but Jerome and Kenya smell red. You know why you could see red? Because red is in the category of seeing, not smelling. It's the same thing with our God. God is not in the category of being created. He's just a God who exists. You can't understand why you could see the chair but you can't smell red. You could see red but you can't smell red. It's the same way you don't understand how God got here, but he's here. He just exists. Nothing. People say, if nothing was there, how can something come out of nothing? What they don't understand, the nothing that you're looking at is God.